Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we missed all the fun with the geography and the previews of the cities and introductions, but at least we'll get the fun part with the food. So
Okay, so yeah, so there are other coaching managers, lead coaches, etc., who you'll all get to meet throughout the semester. And on that note, I will go on to our questions, which everyone can either unmute and give your answers, or you can just pop them in the chat. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Cool. So I hope everyone has their food. We will get into that shortly, but I thought it would be cool just to have a very short icebreaker before we get in. To be fair, we've already had an icebreaker, but we'll have a food icebreaker now. So firstly, this is a X Culture, I don't know, we have this every semester. There's a group of waffles and a group of pancakes. So if everyone can either unmute or put in the chat, which is your choice. I personally am more on the pancake side, but to be honest, I have been moving over to the waffles. So I'm in the in-between at the moment. Okay, someone's...
I thought waffles and pancakes were like an American thing. I mean, evidently they're also in South Africa, but I will not be surprised if in some countries it's not a thing, or maybe it is, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
actually,
Belgium is known for its waffles. though,
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
True,
probably-
actually, yeah, I guess you're right. You're right.
we have waffles everywhere. Like when you go to the street in the cities, there are also these waffle shops, and there are like so many kinds of different waffles.
Ah, interesting. And pancakes too, or just waffles?
It's less popular. Like you don't find pancakes at in a shop or somewhere, but most people do it for breakfast and just like that.
Interesting. With some sort of maple syrup or something, or
Um,
chocolate, or
Yeah, maple syrup is my favorite, but I don't know about the others, honestly.
I
interesting.
actually have a very unpopular opinion because I actually don't like either. And it's mainly because I don't like the taste of like pure flour, and they're very like heavy. So I prefer crepes any day because like you can stuff them with things that actually taste good. With pancakes and waffles, it just feels like you're stuffing flour into your mouth.
Which is
But I
very
would
true.
prefer waffles.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry. Go
In
for it.
Eastern Europe, so we have some Poland, Ukraine. Do you guys also eat like waffles or pancakes, or is it something else usually? I can't recall. I think pancakes probably are a thing, but I'm not sure about waffles. Maybe now it's different.
So I can tell that in Poland, pancakes are not that popular. We actually eat mostly crepes. We do so. And waffles, yeah, they exist. They're very popular, especially on streets. You can buy them just as a takeout in street shops, just as ice cream. But yeah, we don't really eat pancakes. We rather eat crepes, I would say, but I prefer pancakes still.
What city are you in, Jacek?
I'm from capital. I'm from Warsaw.
Warsaw. I'll be there in a few weeks, so for just a
Oh,
couple of days.
perfect.
So yeah, maybe we'll even hook up for a waffle or a cup of coffee. So we'll see. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, and
about Ukraine. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, about Ukraine. I guess pancakes. It's a part of our culture, and there is even a special day when everyone bakes pancakes, and there is I don't know, the figure dedicated to Pancakes Day. And yeah, I feel like it's more cultural thing, but still we have a lot of waffles, and I can call it as street food, especially in the center of Vilnius. So you can find a lot of small places, small cars. You can buy waffles with different syrups and everything. So as a street food, waffles are more popular. As a cultural thing, pancakes are definitely winning.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, and in the chat, I see we, as always,
Can you hear me good?
Yeah. Go ahead. Share.
But it's not in every city. Like I'm living in Rivne, and we don't have a lot of street food such as waffles. I know one place when I can buy waffles in Rivne, and that's all. Yeah, but we have a lot of pancakes. It's true.
Yeah. Mama's or grandma's pancakes usually are the best. So family recipe.
Yes, it's true.
Okay.
So
going
Leon,
on-
who wins? What's the score?
Um,
Pancakes versus
It
waffles?
kind of seems to me torn. I haven't
Tie.
counted exactly, but it seems pretty split down the middle as it is
Huh.
every semester. So
Yeah, and some people voted for both. I see here. So DR, for example, said both. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
okay, going on to the next question. Pineapple on or off pizza? Personally, on. Pizza's not the same without pineapple, so it's a definite must for me.
So
What
pizza
about-
with or without pineapple?
Yes.
Yeah. So if it's Canadian bacon, it must be with pineapple. In
Okay.
Europe, though, guys, do you put pineapple on the on pizza? I for the first time I saw it in Canada, well, in the United States and Canada, and in the United States they called it pineapple pizza, for some reason Canadian bacon. So I'm not sure how pineapple made it onto Canadian pizza, but I think that's somehow tied to Canada. So in Europe, pineapple, that would be probably weird on pizza, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a debate. Some people think it should, you can get it, but other people are like, you absolutely should not do it.
I remember I read the book, the first time I've heard about pizza, it was like 1980 something. I read the book by Lee Iacocca, who was the CEO of Ford Motor Company and then Chrysler, so the automotive business. And so he's of Italian origin. And he said, growing up in the United States, like in the 50s, around that time, he said he would tell his friends at school that his mom made pizza and nobody at that time knew what pizza is. And he said, well, pizza, it's like a pie with tomatoes. And everybody was making fun of him, saying like, what do you mean pie with tomatoes? That's so funny. You know, pies have to be with apples or maybe, I don't know, pears or something like that. And so now, obviously, you know, pizza is a, you know, global food, so to speak. And, you know, pizza with tomatoes, nobody laughs at it. But pineapples, it might be still a little bit regional here. So
Majority seem to be not a big fan of.
I'm a big fan. You
pineapple
should try it. You should try it. Next time you are at a major pizza store, order Canadian bacon pizza with pineapple. Definitely worth it.
I
Yes,
agree.
but mixing savory and sweet is just, contrary.
Yeah, but Americans eat, like, for example, turkey with jam. So
That's true. I
for
don't like that.
Ukrainians and Poles, I mean, Americans put varenya onto turkey, like meat with jam, and they say that's fine. So, and then they complain about pineapples on the pizza.
So just saying, as a Filipina coming from the tropics, I grow pineapples in my backyard, like the real big ones, golden pineapples. And to me, it's a waste of pineapples. We use pineapples for much more interesting tropical food.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, going on to the next question. Which one of these belong with peanut butter? Personally, I would have to say pickles. Don't come
So
at me.
chili with
butter.
peanut butter? You can
Uh,
do that?
it is
Pickles with peanut butter?
Pickles with peanut butter is literally my life. I
I'm
love it.
actually surprised, Leon, that you're asking about all of the American foods, because again, going to Europe, they don't really eat peanut butter. I mean, they may have it, but it's not a thing. And so when you tell them that in the United States, parents give kids a sandwich with this fluffy bread with peanut and jelly mixed, everybody would be like, yeah, how would you, or with pickles, how would you eat it? And in the United States, that's normal sort of lunch. And so, so therefore, yeah, these choices many people will find interesting. So, so peanut butter with chocolate or with pickles.
I think chocolate's probably the more normal one because, or at least in South Africa, we get like a lot of cakes that are like chocolate cake with peanut butter, like kind of not straight up peanut butter, but like a sauce of some sort made from peanut butter. It's quite common here.
Yeah, so we don't eat peanut butter in Switzerland. Yeah, you have like real chocolate. So chocolate with any doubts, yeah. So yeah, chocolate with pickles, yeah. Interesting. Although peanut butter technically is a very good product. I mean, it's a healthy food, lots of protein, although apparently it's not very easily digestible by humans. So the proteins in peanut butter are not sort of absorbed as easily as, for example, proteins from milk. But all in all, it's actually a healthy food. It just, people sometimes mix it in funny ways. So, Olena says that not very popular in Ukraine, and it's actually not that expensive. So, but by the way, did you know where peanuts grow, how peanuts grow? Those of you who are not from the United States. So peanuts actually grow underground. So they grow basically like potatoes. So they dig them up, so they're underground, and they dig them up and wash. And so those are sort of nuts, but they're really roots. So most people don't know that they think that they grow on trees, but they grow underground. So
Yeah, they're bulbs or seeds. Actually,
Yeah.
they're seeds.
yeah, they look like mini potatoes essentially when they grow them, right? So the only thing is that they're in the shells. Yeah. And so people say that in Ukraine it's more about honey, and then yeah, Argentina not much peanut either. Even though I guess the climate would have been actually suitable for that. So yeah.
You know, here's an interesting fun fact. Down here, we have a lot of homelessness in the United States. I know you guys, the richest country in the world, has a lot of homelessness. But when we have food banks and they request for food to be given to the food bank so that they can distribute it, one of their preferred items is peanut butter.
Yeah.
And the reason is because it's packed with protein and it has a high caloric value. So if you're trying to diet, don't eat peanut butter, and certainly don't eat peanut butter with chocolates. But if you are trying to gain weight, peanut butter is one of the items that they recommend you eating because it's, again, high caloric value and high protein.
Yeah, peanuts, well, peanut butter that's basically grounded peanuts. So essentially it's the same thing. And so it's pretty good food. So it has, as I said, a lot of protein, a lot of fat too, but lots of calories. But in a way that's, yeah, like a vegetarian, relatively healthy choice. So it just, when people start mixing it with chocolate and jelly and then pickles, it becomes a little, strange. So yeah.
I think Leon left the meeting.
Yeah, it seems like Leon dropped out for a second. I'm not sure
I
why.
should have the presentation. Just let me find it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
She didn't leave the meeting. She probably got, because she lives in this very isolated place in South Africa. She probably lost Wi-Fi.
She went to make a peanut butter sandwich with pickles and chocolate and chili. That's a strange combination. So still, yeah.
Exactly. How many students here are actually thinking of joining Academy? Raise your hand. Do you guys know how to raise your hand?
We can just raise your hand.
Or you can just raise your hand. Some people are not even showing. Yeah, perfect. And for Olena, for example, and I don't know who else raised her hand. Oh, here is another Shrishti. Just to let you know, and Mercedes and Catherine. Okay, we have a lot. Academy is actually a feeder system into, I would say, to your, future academic profession. When you go to university, we teach you guys, skills that will help you really become more worldly, more global, and be more interactive with people from all over the world. And you can see the quality of the people just by, connecting and talking to the people that you're with now, what kind of experiences you'll have. We do virtual tours, we do virtual picnics. We have guest lecturers, we have guest speakers, and of course, ultimately, what you're going to do is interact with people like yourself who live in other parts of the world and learn how to be a global citizen, learn how to interact with using international business skills, and then really learn cultural intelligence, which is our ultimate core value, right? Is creating a world with peace through you by teaching you cultural intelligence and becoming a more worldly and compassionate global citizen. So that's our goal. That's our core value. So if this sounds like something that you would like to participate in, and we're not just a group of people doing this, we are actually, I say, Vas, we're like a movement. We are
a community.
We're a movement. We're a community. We're approaching 90,000 students that have been acculturated, let's say, through X Culture, and we're very proud of that. And we have, and this is academy is not the only thing. Eventually, when you go to university, you'll get to go with your class to do virtual at a university level. Of course, in between there, you can actually go to conferences. So I actually lead the conferences. We just did one in Panama City Beach in Florida, close to the Georgia border. And then I will be leading another one. Dr. Vas and I will be together in Poland, in Lublin, Poland. And that's coming up fairly quickly. It's going to be in July. The idea is that once you complete virtual on ground, you can actually apply for one of the seats to participate in global. Again, our core value is for you to become a global citizen equipped with cultural intelligence, and of course, all of the international business knowledge you need in order to be successful in your academic career and then eventually in your profession. So I hope that kind of like wraps it up in a little package. But, you know, the younger that we get you started, the more evolved you become. We find great success in that. You've seen Leon. Leon was with us starting at the age of 14. She's not here to verify.
15, yeah. So, but
I always forget.
I can't believe that she's 19 now. So
I know. And Leon, if you are here watching the recording, because I'm coaching Leon about universities, so we'll be talking about that soon. Tejas, we have another one. I think Tejas was 14 when he joined us. He's not with us right now. Coming out of India, and how we've seen him evolve and grow. Oh my gosh, if he becomes Prime Minister of India someday, I would not.
He will. He probably will.
You know? And then every time I get somebody who is brilliant, I always think, okay, we got to keep you because we want you on our side. We want somebody that great to be on our side. And I mean, Louisa is going to be an attorney. I mean, like, how amazing is that?
That's the Prime Minister of the Netherlands. So yeah.
You know, I'll never forget what Louisa told me. I think you were still in high school, right, Louisa, when you joined us, and then you were trying to improve your English and get over your shyness. And
yes.
Then Louisa, so she's like, I'm joining X Culture because I need to improve my English and I need to like be more open. And look at her now. She's like in her second year of law school in Amsterdam. So, I mean, I guess you can talk about that as we're waiting for Leon, Louisa.
One thing I want to do though, since just 1 second, Louise. So since it's all about food, Brenda, I couldn't help but notice that you were eating something and now you have your dog apparently, or sheep or whatever that is. So, but what was your food? So I'm just curious since we have a picnic here. So what did you eat? What were you eating?
So I was kind of in a rush this morning. So I'm eating peanut butter.
Where are you located first? So what's your geographic?
I'm from New York. So not the fun part, like not the city, but in the suburbs. Yeah. So peanut butter toast is actually so popular here. Like for breakfast.
That's what you were eating?
Yeah. And then some yogurt. Yeah.
So when we say it's popular, it's actually popular. So,
yeah, definitely. And then my dog's probably going to eat some peanut butter later too, because peanut butter is actually pretty good for dogs.
Let's see your dog. Put her up in the camera.
What is it? Oh, it's actually Bruno. Bruno, come here. I actually have exactly the same dog.
Oh yeah. A mini golden doodle.
Yeah.
Oh my
Bruno,
Golden
a squirrel,
doodle.
squirrel. Oh, that's what makes it.
That's how
Yeah,
you,
so now he's running.
that's how you get him to come as you
Yeah.
tell him squirrel.
Come on, come down
Oh,
here. Come
how
here,
old
come
is
here.
how old is your golden doodle, Brenda?
So his name is Bear and he's 5 years old. And
Oh, okay.
and
Is
actually,
is he actually
Bruno.
still very crazy, or has he calmed down?
so actually he's always been a really calm dog. Like I feel like when I first got him, he was never even that like hyperactive. So right now he's still the same, like very calm.
Wow, you're lucky because I have a neighbor who has a dog, Charlie, and he's a standard golden doodle.
Mhm.
And this dog is kind of like an escape artist. She cannot figure out how to keep him in the house. Oh my God, there's your doggy.
Yeah, I gave him a haircut, and as you can tell, I'm
Aw.
not a very professional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, don't ever do that again. You need to take him to a professional, Dr. Voss.
Yeah, I should, but he was so shaggy, and I just figured, yeah. Anyway,
Oh,
okay,
look,
go catch a
Bruno.
squirrel.
And go catch a squirrel. Now we can get them to be friends. You know what? Who's Leon's number 2? Oh wait, Louisa, tell us while we're still
Yeah,
waiting for
about your
Leon.
law school experience.
Yeah. So tell us about your
Yeah. So I study law, but not like traditional to practice in the Netherlands. I study law and society. So it's completely in English, and it's also with a lot of international students, mixed classroom. So we work a lot together. So actually I have a lot of the skills I learned from X Culture. I use a lot because there's so much group work, and it's like really nice to use all that. And we also focus a lot on teams. So we have a different team each semester. So we had, for example, migration, security, globalization of markets, and next semester we have climate change. So it's like really interesting to like see how law interacts with those big societal problems.
That's awesome. I want to talk to you about that on the side because I'm actually developing a class for that.
So
But
when you graduate, you're going to be what kind of lawyer?
Well, in the Netherlands, you actually start with a bachelor in law. So I'm undergraduate, so I still need a master's to specialize in an area.
So you are kind of general law, but then at some point you choose like criminal or environmental protection or whatever that might be, right? So different types of.
Yeah. that makes sense. And
Uh-huh.
remember, boss, that Den Haag is the world court, and it's in the
Oh,
Netherlands.
yes, of course. Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
they
Yeah.
are like,
And-
with regards to legal education, they're like probably one of the top.
Yeah, the
countries.
British courts are all about trade law, everything related to business law, and then the Netherlands are more for civil, humanitarian, all those kinds of, yeah, so definitely, yes.
Well, so let's go back to the question, and then we'll let whoever the number
Yeah.
2 take over.
So as we are running out of time, I thought maybe we could just like skip the last question and go
Okay.
straight to the game, if it's
Okay.
okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so before having the virtual picnic and show what we brought, we have a small activity. So you can join quizzes. It's an online game. Let me just.
So we have to go online, right?
Yes, and I'm gonna give you the code in 1 second. Okay, so you have here the code that I'm gonna copy paste in the chat.
It's quizzes.com, let me see.
Yes, if you type just quizzes with 1Z and then 2Z at the end, you will find it.
And then it says enter a code.
So the first activity, so while we are waiting for the others to join, will be to draw what you bought or your favorite dish or something you like eating. I'm just waiting for the others to join and then we can start.
So while we're waiting, Olena and all of those who are starting with us this semester, we are encouraging you to bring friends, right? So if you can reach out to other people who are potentially interested in being a part of Academy, it's always fun when you bring somebody else, because then not only do you have friends that are virtual that you've never met in person living in another country, but then when you have somebody that you can connect with right next to you and share experience, that makes the experience much more impactful. So think about that. If you have any friends that you would like to invite to participate with you, you potentially will not be in the same group, but you will make, you will have the same kind of experiences.
Okay, I think we can maybe start and people can join along as well, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Everyone, I'll need to leave if it's okay. And so Eva, maybe I'll designate as a host. So my daughter needs a ride to work. She's running late. And so
Bye, Dr.
Yeah, but yeah.
I have to call you to do a couple of transactions for me.
Anytime is very good.
Okay. Okay. Bye, Dr. Voss.
Bye. Okay, so let's start the game. If everything is okay. Oh, sorry.
No, I'll stay for one more question. So yeah.
Okay.
Can't exist. Can't escape the temptation. So. Brought you what you brought to picnic. Oh, okay.
We have one drawing so far.
That would be me.
Oh, you're fast.
Yeah, you have mine too. What did you draw, Dr. B? Or we need to guess later on.
You have to wait, Dr. Voss.
Yeah.
A couple of more people.
So the student who is in Krakow, oh no, in Warsaw, raise your hand.
It's Jacek, yep.
Yeah. So go ahead, Jacek, can you send your email address in the chat so Dr. Voss can capture it? Because when he says, oh, you can join me for maybe a cup of coffee, he's kind of serious about that. He is not opposed. Yeah, he does that all the time. So it's very likely that if you guys make the time that you can do a 30-minute coffee somewhere.
I'd love to. So we'll have some time. So yeah.
Yeah, and he's, by the way, if anybody's in Lublin,
I'll be there for a couple of days too. Yeah.
There's yeah. How do you say it again? Jacek?
Jacek, probably.
It's Jacek. It's quite difficult. I know that Polish language is very hard for foreign people.
Yeah, and actually, Jacek, how old are you?
I'm 16, almost 17.
Okay, and you're going to do virtual now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it's a Polish version of the name Jacob, right?
Jacob, yeah, that sounds
Jacob or just Jack, maybe.
Yeah,
Or
Jack, yeah, that's exactly, Yakov, is that the one? Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
right.
probably.
Yeah, so also we'll be looking for some translators. So if you do well in Academy and go through our coaching program at the end of it, we are looking, and again, no promises, but we're looking to slot 5 Polish speaking ambassadors.
Dr. B, you should say, so that's for the X-Culture Symposium. So
Yes,
twice a year, we'll bring the best X-Culture students for a face-to-face meeting up to about 200 total people. And so we
Right.
had one in Florida. It's been what, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago in Panama City, Florida. Before that, it was in Canada, in Italy, in Miami, but the next
Right.
one will be in Poland. And
Right.
so we may
Yeah.
need some local sort of help. So
Well, we'll have specifically the talent that we need. 5 Polish speaking ambassadors is mandatory for us to have.
although
So,
again, as said before, it seems like in Poland, at least the younger people pretty much all speak English well enough to get around.
well,
So
that's not my problem. My problem is I need them to be able to translate to the old people.
I think they'll be more or less okay, but yes.
Okay.
So,
Well,
plus
we
some
always say, you know,
Ukrainians might be able to help too, so they're close enough to understand and speak in
Right.
Polish and then English
okay,
as
so
well.
we'll have to determine what languages will.
Polish
will
obviously would be preferred, but I'm sure Yaroslav will be able to help a little bit too, right? So, or Olena, so. All
Yeah,
right,
so
well,
of course I'd love to help if I could. Yeah.
Thank you.
Are we waiting? We're waiting for 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Gosh, you guys are slow drawers. This is not a competition. Well, it is a competition, but it is not an art competition.
Yeah, but there is only 40 seconds left.
Yeah, so well, and we'll also, for those of you guys who are coaches now, you are the selection, right? The people who are in the coaching program get chosen to be ambassadors. That's where we pick from. I'm thinking that's spaghetti. Oh,
That's all players answer.
oh, that's everybody's answer. Oh, look at that. All players respond.
So this is like a joint,
Response. That's interesting. We made spaghetti.
Yeah. But I'm curious, what's this? Dior.
Bigos.
I can excuse myself because I couldn't really use different colors and I
No
can use,
worries.
Croissants.
I don't think, but I can show you here because
Yeah.
I have this prepared. It's actually made by my grandma. So it is
Ah.
basically a sauerkraut with meat and with some spices.
Oh.
That is made.
Yeah,
And it is called bigos.
because it's like almost early dinner time in Poland, right? It's like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm still having my first cup of coffee.
And we have all kind of things that, and what did you draw, Louise?
It's carrot cake, but the carrot cake I baked looks better than the drawing. This is what it's supposed to look like, and the drawing does not look like.
Oh, whoa. And I guess that's eggs, right?
Eggs. Elena had eggs.
Actually, those are sweets, those are cookies, and they're in
Oh.
another room, but they're like with a chocolate topping on the top. So I love them. It's the taste of my childhood. So I brought them from Ukraine to here, currently in the Netherlands. So a small taste from home.
Do you have some to show us?
Yeah, maybe in a second because it's in another room. So
Yeah, no worries. Okay, interesting. Does someone else want to show us what he or she brings? Oh, wait, actually I can go because I brought something. Well, it's not really healthy, let's face it, but these are, wait, I'm gonna call it one. Wait. Those are some kind of sweets. Oh, wait, camera is here. Like this. From Belgium, but they are also popular in France. But actually, adults put some of them in some champagne. But I'm not drinking any champagne, so I just eat them like this, and they are pretty good. Like it's made out of flour called oh, I don't know what it's called in English, but it's like a purple flour.
A purple, like a flower, like a flower?
Yes. Like it actually represents the flower. Like the shape is the flower.
Ah, yeah. I wonder I saw them. It's an edible flower, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
I will bring some in Lublin and we will taste it.
Okay. Oh, you're confident. You think you'll be an ambassador for us, Eva?
I don't know, maybe a student. We'll see. Olena, do you have
I'm
the
back, and this is how it looks. It's like just a cookie. It's a chocolate cookie, it's the usual one.
It's
But
so cute.
yeah, so just yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I love them. I feel like they are good. Okay, so maybe we can pass to the other question. I don't know, does someone else want to show us what he brought? Okay, let's go to the other question. Just, I have to know how to get out of here. Wait, okay, wait.
I think it's called a pansy, Eva.
Pansy. I will have to check this. Actually in Dutch it's violetjes.
Oh, violets. Violet. Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Yarosh, do you
okay.
have a question?
Yeah, I brought a plate of kucha. It's Ukrainian Christmas meal, and it's
Oh.
part of our culture. Usually,
Can you
people
show us a picture?
hear this plate of kucha. It's grain.
It's grain.
Wait,
Is it like a cereal or is it like a rice?
no, it's a grain meal with honey and some. Give me a second. And poppy seeds.
Oh, and poppy seeds. Okay, yeah, I totally get it. Is it sweet or savory?
It's too sweet.
Oh, it's very sweet. Okay, very good. I like sweet.
Okay, so now we are gonna have some more normal cultural questions. And okay.
So, Eva, I think we have 5 minutes to go before we get kicked out of
Okay.
the webinar. So we'll
No
do this.
problem.
Yeah, and then we'll close it. Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's
Okay.
been fun kind of chatting with everybody.
That's true. So you have here some different kind of houses around the world. And imagine that you go to Nepal and you walk in the streets. And the question is, what kind of houses will you see there among all of them?
In Nepal. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this. What do you do? Just click on it?
I think so.
Wait, I gotta go back to Quizits, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I think I did I leave?
I can say that, but you can join back. Like on here, there is the code.
There should be a little button on the top of your phone if you're on your phone, and it allows you to sync with the presenter screen, and you have to hit that and it refreshes.
Okay, maybe let's move to the other question. Okay. Okay, so in some countries, when a child loses his teeth, they wrap it in some cotton, and then they throw it in a river at sunset. And my question is, in which country do you think that it's a custom? So you have Egypt, Russia, Pakistan, and Chile.
They throw it in a river at sunset.
Yeah. Do you have a question?
I think Yaros, I think I answered Yaros's question.
Okay.
You can, right, Yaros, you can put your hand down.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
No problem. Okay, let's see what are the answer. Oh, okay. People don't really know.
Well, you know, when you say a river, I mean, they
Mhm.
all have rivers, but which one has the most famous river?
And has cotton.
And yeah, exactly. Emily,
And
good.
the tradition of
I didn't
wrapping
think about
things in
that.
cotton. Wrapping humans in cotton, wrapping human teeth in cotton. It just
Right?
Oh.
Ishika, it makes so much. Watch, we'll all three be wrong.
So,
Well, we're on
okay.
the.
Should I give the answer?
Yes, please.
It was Pakistan.
Ah,
I
see,
actually, yeah, I
think
put
it's a good
Egypt
guess.
as a. Okay, maybe we can go to the other question. Do we have some time left or no?
No, my love, it's 10 o'clock.
No
And what's
problem.
going to happen, I think, is there a coaching program meeting, Emily?
Yes.
Sorry, there's academy meeting. Okay, so let's wrap up because I'm sure that, so we do have another meeting. I have 2 meetings back to back. Actually. So for those of you guys who are really thinking about joining us in Academy, reach out to one of these guys and really, you know, if you have questions, if anything is not easily understood by you, ask one of the ambassadors to walk you through it. Is there any questions that anybody wants to ask right now that we can answer maybe? No?
Maybe
Again, bring friends. You know, it's a lot of fun. It's much more fun if you can share the experience with somebody. And we would really love to have you. Yeah. Eva, do you have some closing information?
Not really, but I just wanted to ask if maybe I could like give my email address, and so you can just ask me questions or ask me, oh, what's the experience for me? I can do this, right?
Yes, everybody,
Okay.
actually, everybody who is willing to accept questions from Academy, go ahead and put your email address in the chat. And you guys, you'll have to capture it because what will happen is once we close the chat, you'll lose the chat as well, right? So as you're seeing them, copy and paste it and move it to somewhere where you can save it. And it's
Okay.
always so nice to see my coaches. You guys are so awesome. I'll see you at the 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. Has everybody turned in their email addresses that you want? Yeah, everybody's captured it? Okay. I hope I see you guys at Academy. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and
Yeah.
love.
Thank you for joining. It was a great picnic.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.